welcome back to the South Coast Showdown here at Fratton Park. It's crunch time. We have a decent gap between us and third. We basically only need a win, but we've seen this team in that situation before, and we know what happened then. Lord help us. Right, let's have a look and see how we've done since you were last here. Obviously, you saw us go out of the cup to Stoke. We followed that up with a miserable effort against Charlton. And I use the word effort guardedly. Doesn't look like there was much at all. But after that, form picked up. Bolton were going well, beat them 2-0. Scotty Banks, another brace. Plymouth, we beat 2-0 despite getting a man sent off when we were 1-0 up. Niang, Ginelli scored 2 minutes after that, and they never really bothered us. Fleetwood, Banks again, 1-0. Huddersfield, another one of the top sides, again, had a man sent off. Never really looked like losing, didn't really look like winning either, but then struggling Barrow, actually bottom of the table I think, Barrow. Ben Knight with a couple, starting to get used to his shadow striker role, I think. Alex Kirk probably from a corner. So, comfortable win there. Lincoln, again, we tried to make this look less comfortable than it was. Because we went 2 up, and then they pulled one back, and then we went 3-1 up, then they pulled one back, and then finally finished them off with a 4-2. Again, Wickham, this one, well, it was haywire. We took the lead in the first half, didn't get the second goal. They scored a couple of quick goals around the hour mark, and then Kirk, another goal, probably from a corner, I would imagine. And Ginelli got the winner. And then another disappointing result against Burton Albion. I mean, they scored early, we hit back immediately, but we just couldn't get the winner. We couldn't break through again, so that was disappointing. And then this fiasco, well, I mean, you can see by a lot of the match ratings here, we were awful. We didn't really even create anything that would have made a highlight. And they scored an injury time at the end of the first half. And I threw a bottle of water at them at the end of the game. And as a result of that, they don't like me very much. They'll love me if we go up. Because, well, half of them are on 20-something% pay rises if we go up. Assuming they let them stay. But, next up is home Barnsley. We can certainly clinch promotion. I'm not sure about the title. But, let's see if we can avoid bottling it completely this year and beat Barnsley. Right, this is our first shot at clinching promotion. It's against 5th placed Barnsley. We've just come off a humiliating defeat to Forest Green at home. So, as you can see from the table, we have clinched a playoff place. I'd rather not have to go to the playoffs, and I'm getting flashbacks, we're in a situation where one win and we are up. Do you remember last season? Let's hope we don't have to do that from 5 games out, including the last game that we already lost, rather than 3 like we did last season, which nearly made me lose my mind. And I have, mentally to myself, threatened that if they do it again, I am quitting. The title is ours if we win? Are Plymouth that far back? Didn't realise they were that far back. I mean, barring a minor goal difference miracle. Well, do I really want to tell this lot they're on the verge of doing something every time I do? Right, let's try and get revenge, because you lost to this lot at Barnsley and you didn't really show up that day. So it'd be quite nice if you actually did, you know, put in a performance in front of a packed house at Fratton Park. I'm sorry, he's a twisted knee already. Seriously. Right, well, you're going to have to play through, Josh, at the moment. Excuse me. sure where that hair came from. Right, I'm not happy with this, boys. You've done nothing. Juanda gets it over. Roberto Lopez with his first goal for the club. Beautifully crafted. It was a corner. All you've got to do is swing it in there and hope somebody gets on the end of it. Which he did. Goalkeeper on the floor for some reason. Don't know why, but we'll take it. Nice, he can't win the title today. Well, only if Plymouth cock up. Go on. Oh, well done, Adeniran. Wanda, looking for options. Right, you may wonder why Rafferty is in there, if this is like a sort of... Oh, hello, that was a little bit generous. Full strength line, but it's because Sam Curtis has annoyed the living daylights out of me. We will watch this penalty, which Kelly tucks away. He, by the way, is refusing to sign a new contract after negotiations broke down, so we may be losing Georgie Kelly, so make the most of that cheeky smile. So yeah, Sam Curtis came to me complaining that I'd broken promises too many times. I think twice so far. And to be honest, both of those are his fault. Oh, unlucky Quander. Because as I've told you this story before, so stop me. Well, don't stop me if you've heard it before. I know you've heard it before. Oh my god. What was that, Yaros? Weird. I'll do it again. But, yeah, so he was supposed to be star player, complained that he wasn't playing every week, despite the fact I told him that he was being rested and why he was being rested, and he was fine with being rested. He didn't complain then, did he? Oh, no. So, yeah, so he was upset with that again. And then after he came to me, oh, Georgie Kelly, beautiful finish. Oh, I'm going to miss you next season. Yeah, so after he came to me and saying, oh, you've broken promises too many times, and I just basically said, grow a pair, you need to get up and get over this, basically. Then the very next day, I decided, right, well, I'm just going to reduce your expected playing time. Obviously, he wasn't unhappy about that. But then the weird bit was that I went to speak to him again about it, and honestly didn't really care what he had to say. But because I was going to speak to him about it, he was like, oh, well, because you come to me, boss, that's fine, I'll drop the subject. So hopefully now we won't get bent out of shape because he doesn't play often enough, because he's only expecting to be a regular starter now and not a star player. And do you know the most annoying thing about it? He gets tired continually, and yet he has got natural fitness of 15 and stamina of 15. He should be able to run for days. And he's 19. What's he doing with all his energy? Don't answer that. Anyway, that was a magnificent first half, boys. You've blown them away. Now, just before we go anywhere else, yeah, I mean, at the moment, as things stand, well, actually, Plymouth are winning already, so maybe he was right. As things stand, we are virtually champions. We need one more point to guarantee that, or Plymouth to drop some. And as things stand, we are going up. And if we lose from here, I am not going to be happy. I think we knew that. Right, well, let's just shout a bit of praise. Oh, yeah. Support for me is a bit on the low side at the moment because I think I may have thrown a water bottle at them after the loss to Forest Green. But it was a trifle annoying losing at home to 18th in the table when, you know, a win basically gets you up. I think I had every right to be rather miffed that they hadn't actually, turned up in the slightest. Because it wasn't just, a defeat. We were terrible. We did nothing. I mean, there's not a lot happening in this game. I am perfectly happy with that. One more little bit of praise. See, they still love me enough. They still love my opinion enough to be, fond of a bit of praise. Well, we're up. We are a championship side next season. Who'd have thought that 2 years ago in that ignominious relegation? Best thing that could have happened to this club. Just total reset. Go. And here is the confirmation of our promotion. Not quite champions yet, but goal difference 12 better. It's going to take a lot for them to overhaul us. I mean, they're going to have to win by a couple, us lose by a couple. So, we're looking good. Now, this is the interesting one. I mean, it's nice to see that the Portsmouth faithful are happy, being as I have never got above a C+ in their whatever thing they were doing. Club Vision. This thing, board, A+, doing wonderful stuff. Apparently they're disappointed we don't play direct football. Well, excuse me for kicking the ball on the ground. Supporters, C+. I mean, what do they want? How good do they think we are? See, they don't like the fact that we make the most of set pieces, apparently. They don't want direct football. Attacking and counter-attacking. You realise that counter-attacking involves a lot of sitting back and defending. I'm just saying. But, anyway, almost impossible to please despite back-to-back promotions. Right, now this is the big one. They have set the initial budgets. Wage budget at 6.67. Transfer budget's naff all, but... Right, what does that give us? That gives us a good couple of million in wage budget to spend. So... and we've probably got a lot of people leaving. I don't know if it's taken into account yet the likes of like Georgie Kelly and I mean Callum Hendry's not going to be here, so that's quite a big chunk. I mean that's about 400,000 in wages. So we've got wages to spend, and we can transfer some of that into the transfer budget. Although again, I will have to be wheeling and dealing with the out of contract boys. See if we can get anyone, and see if we can get some good up and coming youngsters from the Premier League again that have been discarded. But yeah, I can work with that. It's the last game of the season. We got rather embarrassed last time out, having claimed the title with a 3-2 win over Bristol Rovers. I then decided, well, you know, let's give the youngsters and the second stringers a try out. Oh dear. We were playing Oxford, who, you know, good side. 5-0. And I don't think we managed a shot on target. I was not happy. Anyway, right, let's do this. Go out there, play your natural game. Oh, they don't like playing the natural game, do they? Right, let's tell them I've got faith in them. Okay, Potso's still not having it. He's not buying the old faith shtick. Right, again, we basically don't care about this result. We have, obviously, as I said, won the title. But it would be nice if we didn't embarrass ourselves like we did last time out. I mean, that's a way to sign off your home season, isn't it? Lose 5-0 in front of your own fans. That's just blinding. Right, anyway. Oh. Well, why did you carry that out? I mean, well done, Lopez, for, I mean, making up for the fact you didn't bother running by then... I was going to say, he's offside. Clearly. By getting the block in, so well done for that, but... I'm going to have to demand more. Again, we still haven't had a shot on target in 2 hours. Oh, Rafferty! You lemon! When you get it, get rid. In that situation, just get rid. I mean, we look like title winners at the moment, don't we? Right, I'm going to just berate you again. I mean, they have dominated us. As far as the momentum is concerned, as far as actually doing anything is concerned. Just because you lot are already on holiday and on the beach. Right, I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm far from pleased. You're all rubbish. How did we win this league when we're capable of this crap? Honestly. Right, I'm going to berate you again. Because you still haven't really done anything, have you? Oh my good God. Look at these performances! I mean, bloody hell, put some effort in. I mean, Pozzo, I don't even know why I've got Pozzo still. On paper, he's not bad. I mean, look at this. Look at these things. I mean, decent. Decent attributes. Couldn't play his way out of a paper bag. Although, granted, I wouldn't know why you'd want to do that, but it's not the point. The fact is, he hasn't even managed to look threatening once yet. And he's had plenty of opportunities. Right, I'm going to berate you again, and I don't even care if you score now. If you score, I'm still berating you. That wasn't good, was it? Occo Flex. Oh, lump. This is why you don't play. Oh my God, what is that? You bailed out by Yaros. It's no wonder I shout at you, is it? What is this rubbish? Champion's my arse. It's a good job there was nothing riding on this, isn't it? Right, I'm going to berate you one more time before you come off the pitch. Right, well, let's shout at you. You weren't good enough. Individuals, you. Do you see how many of you I'm having to pick out here? Furious with your performance. League One's champions, ladies and gentlemen. Did we even have a shot that you actually saw? Right. I'll be back for the season summary. Right, well, that wonderfully shoddy performance aside, and trust me, it was actually slightly better than the Oxford one. At least we didn't concede 5 goals. Now, just one thing I'd like to point out. The 3 teams that came up with us all went back down. How did we finish behind them last season? Don't understand this team. So it really depends on how well we can freshen up this side. And it does need freshening up because on the evidence of the last couple of games, they are not ready for the championship. So it could be a fun close season. It's going to be a lot of work to get this side ready to try and even have a chance of staying up, I think. I think we've massively overperformed this season, in all honesty. But overperformed we have. League One we have won. And yeah, I love the fact that Southampton technically just about actually pipped Portsmouth to the first trophy of the save by winning the EFL trophy. Oh, God. Anyway, right. I will say farewell for now. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you in the new season at Fratton Park. Bye-bye.